If you're feeling exhausted, anxious, or stuck because you're constantly worried about losing something or someone, like your job, your relationship, your money, your reputation, this video is going to shift something for you, because I'm about to share the one realization that completely changed how I move through life. And if you stick around until the 8-minute mark, I'm going to tell you about the energy shift that happens the moment you let go that most people never talk about. But first, let me tell you what happened to me. I was waking up multiple times per night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., grabbing my phone to check how my YouTube was doing. How many views did I get? Did I finally get the recognition I was craving? Did I finally reach the world the way I wanted to? I was completely drained. I was scrolling through the analytics in the dark, and I had this moment where I realized I'm so exhausted from being just a slave to everything, a slave to needing my content to perform, that people will see me, that they will hear me, and to needing everything to work out perfectly so I could feel worthy. And I realized I was carrying voices in my head that weren't even mine. I was trying to prove myself through numbers, through comments, through external validation, just to feel like I was enough. And that's when it hit me. I had become my attachments instead of just creating and sharing authentically. For those who are new here, my name is Bushra Kazmir, and I share insights about remembering instead of becoming, letting go of the old so the authentic you can come to the surface and to find your truth on your path. So I'm glad you're here. So what I've discovered about attachment is going to change how you see everything, because attachment isn't what you think it is. Here is what I realized. Attachment isn't love. It's not caring. Attachment is when your peace depends on something outside of you staying exactly the way you want it to be. But here is the part that blew my mind, and I want you to really feel this. When you're attached, your energy literally contracts. You become small. You become tight. You're gripping life instead of dancing with it. Think about it like holding water in your hands. If you make a tight fist, the water escapes, right? But if you cup your hand gently and openly, the water rests there peacefully, right? And this is energy. This is an energy thing. This is where I think it really gets interesting, because everything is energy. When you're constantly needing, chasing, proving, you're making your energy feel smaller and smaller, and you're contracting around your fears. The moment you let go, your energy doesn't just change, it expands, like physically expands. So let me explain this, because this changed everything for me. When you are attached, your energy is tight like a fist, right? What we just said. And when you let go, your energy becomes like that open hand. Both can hold things, but one is relaxed and the other is tense. And I remember the first time I experienced this. I was so attached to a relationship, working out exactly the way I wanted, how I wanted. And when I finally said, you know what? I'm going to let this move freely. I literally felt my chest open up, like I could breathe again. And here is the crazy part: when your energy expands, you become magnetic instead of desperate. People can feel the difference between someone who needs them versus someone who just chooses them, right? And if this part resonates with you, comment yes in the comments, because I really want to know if you've ever felt that tight, contracted feeling when you're attached to something, because that's where the shift happens. Okay, and there are here 3 types of attachment. They are secretly running in our life. And I think the third one is the sneakiest. So the first one almost destroyed me: attachment to outcomes. Every project I started, every goal I set, my entire worth was tied to whether it succeed. If my content didn't perform, I felt like I'm failing, delusional. Maybe nobody was really waiting for me. So I gave so much power to my outer reality, and I couldn't enjoy the process anymore. So I was only focused on controlling results. And when things didn't go according to my timeline, I'd panic. The second one is what I hear my coachees talking about often. is attachment to how others see you, that you try to fit in different boxes. And you are going to struggle and you're going to exhaust yourself because you're performing to your outer reality instead of being the authentic you. And that will drain you. But the third one, this is the sneaky one that kept me stuck the longest. Attachment to control itself. I needed to know how everything was going to turn out. Like the idea of uncertainty felt like terrifying, because if I wasn't controlling everything, who was? And of course, there's a part of me that trusts, but also there's a part of me is like where I'm conditioned. I have to make everything work out in my life. It's up to me. But then I had this breakthrough moment. I was trying so hard to force my outcomes, my reality, force my life to look a certain way, and nothing, I can tell you, nothing was flowing. And here is what I realized. When you become your mission, your relationship, or whatever it is that it is for you, you operate from fear. I have to make this work, or I will have to go back to my old life. I have to make this work, otherwise I fail in life. But when you're guided by your mission, or whatever it is that is present in your life, you will operate from trust. I'll follow the inspiration, and I trust that what's meant for me will find me, period. Because you're taking action, and that's the only thing you can do. But don't force it. There's a difference between these two. One will exhaust you, the other nourishes you. So I started this practice, and I want you to try this with me right now. Whenever I felt that tight, attached energy, I would say, I let this move freely in my life. Just say it with me. I let this move freely in my life. Can you feel how that shifts something? And here's what started happening when I actually practiced this. When I stopped gripping so tightly to my relationship, they became deeper. When I stopped being so attached to how my content was performing, it actually got better because I was creating from authenticity instead of neediness. And people will feel, right? And when I let my business move freely instead of forcing, it started to flow. And also when I let things freely go in my life or just dance through my life, things that were really important to me started to flow in my life. The paradox is beautiful because when you stop gripping so tightly, you actually start receiving more of what you truly want because you're expanding. You open your energy field to that. Your energy becomes the magnet instead of the chase. And that is what it is all about. But here is what I want you to understand. I think that this is probably the most important thing I'm going to say in this entire video, because it was never about becoming someone else. It was always about remembering who you already are underneath all the conditioning. So listen to me. You don't need to earn your worth. You were born whole. You were born worthy. Your job is to let go of what doesn't serve you so the real, authentic you can come to the surface. Most of what we think we need to become is just a programming from the outside world. The work is not about adding more to yourself. The work is peeling away everything that isn't you so you can find your own truth on your own path. And here is what I want you to do right now. Think of one thing you're attached to, just one. Maybe it's needing someone to text you back. Maybe it's your business succeeding. Maybe it's people understanding you. Feel where that attachment lives in your body. Is your chest tight? Your shoulders tense? Or do you feel something in your stomach? Now breathe into that space and say, I let this move freely in my life. And notice what shifts, because this is how you start moving from contraction to expansion, from gripping to allowing. And here is the thing. This isn't about giving up on what you want. This is about trusting that when you're not blocking the flow with your desperate energy, what's meant for you will actually reach you. And I want to know what's one attachment you're ready to let move freely in your life. Share it in the comments. I read every single one, and often your shares become the inspiration for my next videos. So thank you for that. I really believe that we're all on this path together, remembering instead of becoming. letting go of the old so we can discover our authentic selves. And if this resonated with you, like my video. If you want more content about finding your truth on your own path, subscribe. And like always, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.